But ding. I love I love exiting so much. That's the only sound in my head when I see it. It's like こんちは、こんばんは、コンゴリラ様でした。みチャンネルへようこそ。はい、コンゴリラ。コンコン、こんばんは。コンコン。Kong Kong. Yeah, Lies of P got nerfed, but I got the last boss, which I'm not there yet. So, and they made the summon stronger, which kind of sucks us, because it's like they make it more easy mode for you, and it's like, what's the point? I just put 60 hours in this game. I struggle 9 hours at the fucking. No, 6 hours or 7. 7 hours at the fucking Puppet King, and you're gonna make it easy for the other motherfuckers? No, let them suffer like I did. That's so not fair. But howdy. And the Archbishop got nerfed. Oh. I don't remember how many hours I spent on the Bishop. Maybe like 6, 7, 9? I don't remember. I think it was 9. I love exiting so much, man. Oh god, I gotta put chat above. Oh no, wrong one. The fuck? This. No. This. Underneath. Okay. So it looks better aesthetically. Last boss was brutal. I don't even know much of it actually. To be fair, I don't know anything. Oh, I love names. Thank you very much, gifting. I didn't get spoiled. But I'm just upset because I like suffering. Like, these games are made for you to learn, to adapt, to overcome, to like parry and shit, to have precise timing, and you're gonna give it easy mode to the other people when I suffered? The fuck? Either they suffer with me or none of them played this game. Fuck you. So upsetting. I'm like, what the fuck? Now I'm gonna have to watch Lumi and Panko and everyone have easy mode on their fucking plate when I suffered. I'm gonna be salty watching them play this. I'm gonna be so salty. I'm gonna lose my mind and die laughing if you get the explanation and get mad. Is it that bad? Please read the explanation. Well, I can't read. Hi, Ash. Good morning, Atsure. The last boss was hard on fair AI. Yeah, but like, that's the funny. That's the special. That's the funny. Hello. I know. I know. Thank you. Diablo 3 got nerfed? What's the point of nerfing something, not someone, of nerfing? You should nerf yourself now. What's the point of nerfing a game that specifically made game mode nightmare? That's so... That doesn't make sense. That's so weird. He explains the plot and what the game's about at the end. I love tangent streams. I love it when it's 90% about everything else but the game. That's my special kind of content. Oh yeah, they nerf bosses in armor code or something like that. I heard about that. I don't know how to change patches because people are like, Mii-chan, just change the patch. And I'm like, how do I do that on the PS5? I think it already patched. If I open the PS5 now, it's already connected to the internet. It's just patched automatically. I'm fucked. Oh. Content. Oh yeah, I found a new song I really like a lot. I don't know, I just really like it. Let me show it to you guys. I really like it. It's called Run Run Run. 1 second. It's one of those songs that makes you feel so sexy. Let me show you. 1 second. I like this song.
Oh, Father, please forgive all my sins. The water is way too deep. The deep end is where I live. Father, please, there's blood all over the sheets. The devil is in the mirror. He's staring right over me. I always thought it would be easy to get you out my mind. I think I found a new addiction.
My favorite part. I like this part so much. Long, baby, long, for your life. I'll tell you your heart, it'll always be mine. Bum bum, long, baby, long. I really like that song. For some weird reason, I've been listening to it for the past 2 days non-stop. I don't know, when it goes with the run, baby, run, I'm like, oh, dancing. Oh, that's good shit. Oh, it's activating my neurons. Okay. Oh, I really like it somehow. I don't know why. It kind of reminds me like of Arctic Monkeys. And I think like a mix of Arctic Monkeys and Ash. Ashio. Who did a Pipa song. I listened to some of his song I really like. It kind of reminds me of that style. Yeah, I like CMS. The Wolf. I only know them from The Wolf actually. I don't know if they released anything else after that. I believe. Have they released any more songs after that? Let me check. Oh, thank you, gifting. Thank you so much, Dopuri. I enjoy your content. Keep up the good works. Oh, thank you, Shinderu. Thank you very, very much. That's very sweet. Yeah, Kenashkop. Kind of mix of like the song that I listen. This one is like a mix of Ken and Arctic Monkeys, I think. It feels like it. Doesn't it? Or maybe I'm imagining I'm mixing them. I'm trying to see if they release any more stuff, The Wolf. Kinda. There's like an animation song. Let's see if you guys can help me. It's an animated song MV. And it's made by an Uchaite, like a singer. And they released an original song and it's in English. And it had like a wolf animation. Let me think of the rhythm. I remember. Fuck, 1 second. I gotta think of them. Sorry, for private reasons, I will not collaborate with them, but I appreciate the recommendation. Good morning. Fuck, what's the name of that song? Not name, the rhythm. It has what the fuck now? I can't even hum it because there's like a million gazillion songs in my head. It's made by an website and they released this song and it has like a undertone-ish, religious-ish. What year you saw it? 2 years ago, I think. The Sandstorm, no, it doesn't have a wolf in it, you silly willy. Now you're just being silly willy. You're just being silly willy. Oh, and it has like an anime style-ish rock. As if like it's an opening. God damn. I saw it. And I know what it is, but now suddenly my brain has a million songs in my head and I can't even hum it. No, it's not Bad Apple by Toho. Yeah, I want to listen to them very badly. Suddenly my brain is just... I don't know what it has. There's a lot of songs like that. I know. I'm sorry, the Sword King. But welcome back. Breakfast in Tenma. I stream. And I do gorillas. I just go crazy, go stupid. Yeah, I heard of you in Mama songs. We even sung it at the last 2 streams ago, if you go back. Oh. Do you have any idea how little that Naruto is down? Fuck, I don't know. I'm trying to remember. God damn it, and I can't even remember. Because it was made by Nuchaitse, a singer. Or used to make like Vocaloid songs or Utao covers. And suddenly they just released a banger and I can't remember it. Sucks. Did the song have a red hood girl? No. It's about a wolf. And it has wolf in it. I'm thinking. God damn. Have a wonderful day. I'm trying to think of the rhythm. 1 second. Why am I? No, it's not She Wolf. No, it's not. It's not made by fucking Shakira. It's made by just a random guy on the internet. Then I can't find it. God damn. It's not in rhythm games. It's just original by some guy. Mama, I'll remember it one day. I'm dumb as well. No, it's not made by Shakira. Stop it. It's not made by Shakira. Oh, fuck. I can't remember. God damn. Porter Robinson? No, it's not Porter Robinson. I don't think he... I don't think he made a song with wolves in it. We'll find it, okay? Well, someday I'll find it, I'll just not today. Who knows? Anyway. Oh my god, so disturbing. Insane. My dudes.
On March 3rd,
Holy shit.
World user Veg posted on the forums he had finished a tribute map that he had made for Doom 2 called myhouse.wad.
My house. Why is it so loud?
I lost a good childhood friend of mine and took it pretty hard. When I was visiting my hometown for his funeral, I connected with his parents, who shared with me some of his old belongings. Among them was a copy of an old map of his, backed up on a 3.5-inch floppy from high school. Thomas and I were into amateur Doom mapping in the early 2000s.
Hi,
but
Dogo.
I'd never seen this map of his prior to uncovering it on one of the floppy disks. As a way of paying tribute
Why
to him
does he
and all
sound
the great memories
normal
we had together,
when I put it at
Plunged and
speed?
installed Doom Builder in order to polish up his map.
The fuck? What? How could he sound normal?
Described with a 10-minute runtime, myhouse.wad, WAD being the file format for Doom maps and mods, was ready to download for anyone to play for themselves.
Making maps of your house was all the rage back in the day, but I feel like this is a pretty
Why does it
adorable
sound
and
normal
detailed
at
piece of
1.2
my friend, and a great way
speed?
to share something of him with a community we loved. Miss you, Tom.
Miss you too, Tommy. Yeah, this picture, I
If
saw
you're
it.
at all into Doom and its extensive modding scene, then I highly recommend playing this map for yourself completely blind. I'll put a link to the Doom World post in the description. It requires GZ Doom, an enhanced open source port of Doom, to run.
Yeah, I got
Simply
those.
click on the link,
Yeah.
ignore everything else in the Google Drive but the files folder, and download myhouse.pk3.
Yeah, I got that.
.pk3.
Yeah, that.
Not .wad.
Why?
See, if you hit that download link in the first week of this post appearing, you would immediately get the PK3 file instead of the WAD that was stated in the title of the post. This whole drive of files also appeared later. PK3 is another format used by Doom modders that functions like a WAD, but it's essentially a zip folder, offering the benefits of a more organised file structure and also better compression. Curious then that this PK3 file is 66 megabytes. For reference, this is larger than Doom 1 and 2's original file size combined 4 times over. This was all the knowledge I had as I downloaded the file and fired it up for
the
myself.
file
I'll be taking
size.
you
I
through this
wondered
map
that
through several
too.
numbered expeditions, each one chronicling what I saw as I attempted to journey through this innocent map.
Innocent, they say. I lost my fucking mind, my dudes. The song made me lose my mind. So BGM, I was like, the noises,
cute.
the
So I
voices.
started this journey.
The
picking survival
voices! I
difficulty
just keep
because,
doing that
frankly,
during my
I have an
stream.
ego. The first thing I notice is
Is
a
this stream gonna be
discomfortingly
scary?
long load time.
Yeah.
That's not normal.
Spooky.
But we're here. Classic Doom 2 opening song Running From Evil playing in the background. National anthem of Doom wads everywhere. The house is rendered adorably. Big wooden walls and windows dotted around, featuring a spacious yard, a front porch area, and a large garage which leads into the house itself. The house is populated by demons, but this is Doom. We can handle that. The main hallway leads to a living room with a TV and a tiny PlayStation 1 bringing the Doom Cute. Doom Cute being a community term for real-life objects and spaces recreated in the Doom engine. You'll see more in the attached kitchen with all its amenities, and to the side are various rooms. 2 bedrooms, one containing an extra storage closet, and another with an ensuite bathroom, where you'll find the yellow keycard.
Yep.
Talk about
That's
a
my
monster
house.
closet. Also upstairs is a regular bathroom and a washing or utility room,
The
complete with a
house
red key
is
door.
fucked.
Better find the key then. Moving downstairs takes us to more demons inside a games room. But to interrupt this tour for a second, you may have noticed we did something here. This
What?
room is underneath the room upstairs.
Oh my
If
god,
you don't know what I
insane.
mean, that might sound
No
like
way.
nothing, but that's an
No way,
impossible thing in
Doom.
Doom. Doom's engine takes 2-dimensional map data and makes a 3D space around it. I'm more or less simplifying here, but that means you can't have a room
Yeah, blame
on top
me.
of
I
another
deserve
room
it.
in the engine. A separate story, whether upstairs or downstairs, is always in a separate space to the original floor, splintering off to another part of the building. Now, I did say this was GZ Doom, but GZ Doom alone does not remove this limitation. It updates the technology to benefit from newer hardware and provides enhancements suited for more modern gaming sensibilities, but it more or less still has to obey the laws of Doom's reality. GZ Doom does open the possibility to some tricks to make this feat appear possible, ones not
Kinda.
uncommon in Doom modding and games similar to Doom, but we should probably move on already. It seems strange to talk about such a detail at such length, but if you're familiar with Doom, it's just something you might notice that'll make you pause for a moment. The innocuous map recreating
Sometimes
a
he
house
speaks
suddenly
slow,
shows serious
and other
skill with
times
its
he
tools,
sounds
yet it
like
does it so casually as you may not even
Sims
notice. Carrying on
character.
downstairs, we have more demons,
And
holding the fort in a
loses
closet,
me.
a boiler room, which leads to the garage, an office with some attached storage, another bedroom,
Why
complete with
is
another
this
closet,
funny?
and lastly, another bathroom, locked with a yellow door for which we already have the key. I like the detail of putting the guy inside the shower. You get the red key card here, and even some health in the cupboard if you need it. Equipment is actually pretty scarce on this map, and playing on ultraviolence offers some challenge. Hence, you can see saving ammo by punching pinkies. You might rush upstairs to the red door
Was it
now,
spooky? I don't
or
know.
You might look outside.
Look
and
how old I
notice
am. I
something.
kapainiki.
There's a
Cool.
soul
Thank you.
sphere,
Love you, Tenma.
instant
Thank
100
you,
health
Toko.
boost just sitting on that thing out there. I didn't see that earlier. Did it spawn in while I was in here? You go back upstairs, grab the blue key card from the utility room door, which seemingly should be for the front gate, which leads to the level exit. But while I could leave, I should probably grab that soul sphere first. It should be right over here.
Yeah, the
It was
fucking
definitely on
soul.
top of this bin or vent thing here when I looked from that
Soul?
window over there. Wait, why can I see monsters inside? All around inside.
Yeah,
going on?
exactly. It's fucked.
Wait, that's not right.
Ah, insane. I know.
The music just reset. That wasn't me, that was the game.
Yeah,
The level
insane.
seems the same, now repopulated, but is it really? I don't think that it is.
Yeah, an
The
Xbox.
keys I'm picking up are now skull keys, and now there are chain gunners in the level.
Eh?
There weren't any here before. Does net me their gun though, so that's nice. I progressed through the level, noticing differences such as seemingly functional mirrors and different item placements.
Wait, I didn't notice the
You might
mirrors.
think to just leave already, finish the level, but no.
The
You
fucking
now
Discord
need the
ping.
blue skull
The
key
fucking,
to exit.
the fucking Discord ping got me, and I had the thing that made me realize that I was so fucking stupid. I log out of Discord when I stream, so imagine me hearing the Discord ping. I go to the Discord app knowing that I am logged out. I turn it on. I check if I have messages. I log out. Wait, no, I was logged out of Discord.
But then the cupboard to get the blue key is now a stairway to an attic. I didn't even know there was an attic to this house. But that's fine. With the blue key acquired, there's nothing else to stop me from exiting. The doors are gone.
Yeah, where's the
I'm
door?
not locked inside. I am trapped inside.
Oh, I never noticed that.
This closet too has appeared.
I think I noticed that I
Seemingly
was.
goes nowhere. I can't help but know.
I think I noticed that they wouldn't let me out around 2 hours later in the gameplay. This guy notices it 9 minutes in. What the fuck? I did not even notice that was that early in the game. I thought it was later.
Notice also the classic Doom 2 Running from Evil song. Does it sound wrong somehow?
I like it.
Okay, maybe if I look around, there's some other way outside?
Oh yeah, and this thing I only noticed it around hour
This can't exist.
3, I
Not just in
think.
Doom's reality, but reality's reality. The corridor takes me to some
The
new
fuck?
room
I
never
played
seen
this in a
before,
different
featuring
order
a
or some shit. The
fireplace
shit,
and
the fuck?
strange different decor. And a can of Pepsi that I pick up.
Oh, Pepsi. Pepsi,
I
man.
want pop, but no way out.
With
So
money?
I leave. The doors still aren't there. I turn back and...
Wait, I did not notice there were 2 doors. I only had 1 door. Were there 2 doors?
This space, like some negative version of the house.
I don't
the only
get it.
object of note is a milkshake. Yeah, still
People
nothing
hate.
to help me though. I
Hey,
come back to the
Grubbles.
house and the first door is now gone, but also when I go to the front door, or where it used to be, I hear a noise now. Was this always behind here? I push the bookcase aside and find an odd room hidden away back here. Are those cat litter trays? Anyway, I guess I'll press the breaker.
Yeah, so like, it doesn't. So everyone experience with this game. It doesn't matter. You play in whatever order you want. I figured these very late in the game.
Monsters.
I didn't know you
but
can
not the
find out
monsters that
this
we know.
earlier in the game.
Flood the dark, smoky house.
Shit.
All
Interesting.
corners, all transformed and looking like nothing that what you've seen.
We
Clearing
didn't start
downstairs of
the
all
fire.
terrors. You might try to go upstairs where all the people are screaming. The house is a wreck. More creatures haunt the upstairs, but it's clear that this fire has been and
We're doing
gone.
good. We're
And it's
reacting to
fighting underneath
video.
an angry sky. Small objects litter the upstairs that you collect. A diary of some kind, a burned out picture frame, and an old teddy bear. We're still not free though. We can't even go back to the attic.
Huh.
But how was there an attic anyway? How can we escape? There are no doors.
I made it
try every
scarier.
wall, hoping that they give way and fall down to let you out. Press the map button and
Hiya.
realize there is no map.
Oh.
We are nowhere. We can also spy the map details in the corner. That's
Oh, I
a lot
didn't
of
notice
monsters.
that.
And just one secret. None of this counts
I
as a
don't
secret
notice
then.
a lot of things.
You might
I'm
venture back
actually blind.
downstairs. Things look different. Everything is concrete now. In fact, outside looks
No, I
grey.
didn't notice that
Monochrome
either.
for some reason. You go into the boiler room, perhaps.
Goddamn.
Isn't there a door here that led to the garage?
Yippee! Sure, thank you. That's concrete, baby. Oh yeah, the dog area. The back rooms. Holy
At this point in my
shit.
journey, I begin to feel somewhat weak. It's
Huh.
not just the layers and layers of concrete, the rooms on rooms that surround all sides. But as I explore around,
I think I missed a lot
can't
of
help but
things
notice
during
that
the
the
mod.
layout of these stone halls resemble the layout of the house.
Oh, they do?
Sometimes bigger, sometimes smaller. Except in here, there's at least no...
Oh shit, fuck you.
There's a good dog in here too, who doesn't attack you. He does bark excitedly when he comes up to you.
Good boy.
He just sits down beside you. Because he's a good dog. He didn't startle me the first time he did this. He didn't. He's a good dog. This isn't how I found out that the bad dog dies if the good dog dies. I didn't find out at all that struggling through and killing the bad dog will kill the good dog as well either. None of these things happened. None of these things had to happen. The area is a maze of one-way doors and illogical geometry. I find a plasma gun at one point, which is appreciated, though I'm still almost at a loss navigating this place. I feel curiosity overtake me, and I throw myself into the abyss between buildings and hit the bottom.
Oh yeah, his gameplay
Dead
is so
silence passes as I
different than
explore the
mine.
staircase. A locked door in a recessed passageway. A mirror to the same staircase.
It doesn't make
And
it
then
that spooky when he
sky.
explains it.
I can even walk on it. There are walls here, but
0 out of
I
10,
can
how
walk on
dare
it.
you do not play the
Nowhere to
same way
go,
I
though.
did.
So I try another door.
Yeah, this fucking room, I don't get it.
We return, but there's still nowhere to go here. The only thing we can do is go back downstairs and enter the concrete jungle again. I spend a long
You're
time
in my
here,
basement.
working out precarious ledges and head-hurting concepts of physical space. Eventually, after passing through hallways that don't make sense and falling so many times down into holes, I find something new.
A parking lot. Huh.
I guess there's nowhere to go but up.
Airport. Puerto Rico.
I don't even know what I can say anymore. I checked the gate information.
It just
and
got Puerto
I would like
Rican.
to go home. Yes. It says cancelled, sorta. But the gate's right here. So let's just get on board.
Finally, no lies of P. Little does he know. Little does he know that I'm not finished with the game. Oh,
Oh no. Oh no. I fight through the plane, reaching the end and... Okay, I guess.
I'm like 75%. You telling me not to play will make me wanna play it. Haha!
This
I'm
isn't
so
the
close
same
to
as
ending
before.
it.
The house is now seemingly abandoned. and
Oh, I
plants
don't know
have started to
this.
take over the
Wait, what
structure.
the fuck?
The
I
whole
never
place
got
is
this.
empty wherever you look. It's sad. After all this, I feel this strange hollowness underneath me, even amidst all that's happened here. The doors are back, and I'm almost hesitant to step through. But I guess we've earned this.
Man, this is new. You did get this. No, I got the file. I didn't get... Wait, what? I did get the sale. I just never got the thing after the file. I got the file, but I didn't get the house after the file.
I finally
I'm gonna
exit
do
the
my
level.
house playthrough,
Don't worry about that
Tenma.
low kill percentage. If we move on, we come into
doesn't know.
Underhalls, Doom 2's second mission. This isn't part of the mod, it's just
doesn't
level
know.
2. Same as it ever was. It did say it was just the
no.
one map.
Fuck
Fun
this
little
piece of shit
come down
game.
to
I don't
play
even
this
want to
after
touch
all
it.
that.
Imagine playing
And
this piece
you
of
should
shit
play it.
game
You
mode.
should play through
Me
all of
playing
Underhall.
this?
Get
Nah.
that super shotgun
I
and
don't
have
touch
yourself a time.
garbage.
Play it through to the
Tch.
end. Because when you're done with that level,
Says me who
expect you to
played
go
this
through to map
yesterday.
3, the Gauntlet or Gantlet.
It was fun. It was fun.
Congratulations on beating Ending 1. You haven't even seen half of what's here.
Ending. Ending 1. Steven.
We need some preparation before going forward into the next section.
Oh shit,
and
what's
it's
gonna
probably
happen?
best we start with looking at that Google Drive.
Oh,
All the
yeah.
files are credited
Okay.
to one Steve Nelson.
Finally,
There are a
TLDR.
lot of extra
I
things
don't. I
inside
can't
here for you
read
to
that.
look at,
That
including
10-page
a journal
journal.
text document.
Read for
prominently
me.
displayed for
Read for me,
anyone to
Monkey
read.
Man.
This document expands the
Yeah.
thoughts of the author from that initial Doom World
Can I
post,
spoil the
talking
ending?
about
No,
how sad
I'm
they
already
were that their
watching a
friend
video
passed away,
spoiling
and
it.
talks about him inheriting his friend's map after the funeral from his parents. But glaringly, on this page is something else. A single word highlighted in blue. House.
Wow.
I've seen this before.
You did? Oh.
House
yeah,
of Leaves is a book by
people-
Mark Z. Danielewski,
people told
released
me
in the
to
year
read
2000.
that, but I can't
The
read.
book has no small amount of
already
reputation for its
reading the book.
winding rabbit hole narrative and bizarre involved structure.
Oh,
And
that
this
looks
map,
cool.
this Doom mod, takes clear inspiration from House of Leaves. You never thought I'd ever say a sentence like that. I should point out I am not an expert with this book. It's been deconstructed, analysed, and theory crafted about for decades, and I only finished reading it this year. In fact, 2 days before this map was posted. Is this coincidence? Or
Insane.
providence?
But I don't know way.
Some of
You
you
are
familiar with the book
insane.
may have noticed connections already, most prominently with the sign at the end being a very cheeky and overt nod to the story. Navidson Realty. Navidson is the name of the family in the book's main story,
wanna
the
read it
Navidson
now.
Record, which chronicles the journey photojournalist Will Navidson and his family takes when they begin
So
to
it's
notice
like a
the space
backroom
inside their
version
house
of a
is shifting.
of
First by
a
being a quarter of an inch
of
bigger on
a
the inside than it is
book.
the out, but then forming new doors and rooms inside the structure, including a jet black corridor that impossibly stretches forth for miles into space that doesn't exist.
I don't know if I'm
I
allowed
hope
to
those
read
not
it.
familiar can see the connection here. If you're thinking about liminal spaces being an inspiration too, yeah, keep that in mind. We'll talk about that later. It's worth noting too that the Navidson record is actually a story within the story of House of Leaves.
This is
The
not for
Navidson
you.
record is
Well,
originally
shit,
written
okay,
by
I'm
an
not
eccentric
reading
old
it.
recluse
This
named
is not for
Zampano,
me,
who
I
passes
guess.
away,
This is
and the
it.
story is discovered by a man named Johnny Truand. Johnny reconstructs the writing, but slowly, bit by bit, he begins to become undone, feeling his grip on reality slip. This journal takes most inspiration from those sections of the book, though with thankfully less
I think
hallucinatory
of
sexual
copyright. I'm
experiences.
not allowed to read
Don't
it on.
ask. But there's one other quirk of the
stream.
book's formatting. Each utterance of the word house is highlighted in blue. It isn't really talked about in the book,
Yeah,
or
told
really
ya.
ever explained, but it creates an uncanny emphasis on even the most innocuous of
Why don't
sentences.
you just play the
something that is
mod?
emulated here in the Google Drive document.
What did I name the stream title? Maybe it didn't update. Hold on, let me check. No, it's updated, alright.
Which we should probably return to. This is a video about a Doom mod after all, not a book review. The book will return. I hope you're ready for that. The journal doesn't get as crazy as House of Leaves in content or structure, but what's written here does tie into my house. To briefly summarize, Steve works for months on this map, from August 2022 until March 2023, when it's launched. There's even a note about the wrong file being uploaded, seemingly against his will.
Give people
He
a
begins
few
an
weeks
obsession
to
with
read
making
and
this
have
map
them
that
have a
begins to
Zatch
sap
stream
at
to
his
discuss.
energy and his sanity.
Well, that's
He
a
forgets
good
long
idea.
sections, loses sleep, spends more and more time in his days and
I'll
nights
ask people
map
if I
building.
can do it
He
too.
also describes in detail some vivid dreams that he has, and the first in this struck-through
I
paragraph
don't like
might
to.
seem familiar.
I had the strangest dream last night about my childhood friend who recently passed away.
I don't
We were
like to
playing
do
Legos in his
concept of
basement like we used
streams
to as
without
kids.
asking the person
When I turned
first.
around, he was gone. The house was empty and silent. Everything was so quiet and still. I started to smell smoke and hear screams from upstairs. I ran upstairs, and when I got there, the house was just a burned frame. Smoke was getting thicker and thicker, and I could barely see or breathe. I searched for my friend, but I couldn't find him anywhere. I couldn't see anything. I started
No
panicking
more
and
Spider-Man,
found
please.
myself outside the block. He was alone, but I could hear low growls in the distance.
Oh
We
shit,
could
he's
spend
reading
ages
the
analysing the
journal.
words in here, but there's much more to be done. So I'll be
He's
referring
reading
to
the
elements from the
journal.
journal and other features from the Google Drive as and when they are relevant.
Okay.
There is one last thing to look at here, though. A newspaper clipping from
What
the
up?
photos folder of an obituary for Tom. It gives us a small look into his life and who he was
Oh,
before
shit,
he
that's
died in his
me.
home at age 35. He seemingly lived well, reconnected with his
I
high
didn't
school
know I was
crush
part of
and
this mod.
spoiled his pet cat. I don't know. I just thought this should be mentioned before we enter.
I'm sorry, that was Shina.
Expedition 2 actually consists
like
of
to
an
do a little bit of
amalgamation of
tomfoolery.
multiple trips, jumping back and forth through many save files with one major aim connecting all
Know
of
how
them.
it is.
Explore
Brum,
and
brum,
experiment
brum,
as much as I can without looking anything up whatsoever. Everything we find, we work out for ourselves. Including
Oh.
this, first of all.
Thank you for the clear. What's so
Didn't realise
clear?
that was there the first time.
We're watching
If you
an
try to get it after the
explanation video.
first
What the
house,
fuck
there's
did I
only a
just
strange
play?
silhouette of where it should be, which is how I became
Ah.
aware of it. This would have helped slightly in the earlier areas where ammo is scarce, though now it's perhaps less
Hello.
necessary because of the run through
What's so clear?
underhalls. Yes, this is still the start of my house, even after running through underhalls, getting all the health, armor, and ammunition that you can bring back. But most important
Hello.
is the super shotgun. This feels like intended progression, like you're meant to do at least one loop of underhalls and back to here before finding all the game's tricks. The extra firepower is needed. You can actually go to underhall straight away, skipping the second house entirely by just leaving with
Spoiler
the blue
alerts?
keycard.
What
Certainly
is
an
that?
efficient way forward. There isn't anything new
Hello.
about the first trip around the house, though I will ask how many of you noticed that there weren't any windows for the downstairs area when looking on the outside of the house,
Wait,
but then they
why?
appear when you're on the inside, here
You're
and
right.
ready to taunt you with that
Holy
soul spear
shit.
you can't get. Then of course they're back to mess with you some more when you
Homie
try to go
pass.
get it, and walk all the way around to enter the second house,
Thank
where
you.
the business all begins.
Hello.
Let me ask you something else. Did you notice anything
Hi.
change with you the first time around?
No.
Not the house. With you.
No.
Let me replay you the second house in Expedition 1. Would it help if I give you a comparison between the first house?
Yeah.
The weapons have changed. They're still the
Since
same,
when?
but they've changed from original Doom's weapons to higher fidelity versions from Smooth Doom, adding more animation frames than one originally had in 1994.
Brother, you're reaching. How would I have noticed that? How would I have noticed that? You're reaching to the sky. You're reaching to the fucking newest planet on Earth. I can't. Okay.
This happens once you enter the second house, and once the change happens, it sticks forever, hence why it was still smooth on this run after underhauls. It's a little thing that you might not have noticed your first time around, but it adds to the uncanniness.
How do you spot that?
It's wrong. You feel it, but maybe you don't
How do
quite
you
realize
spot
it.
that?
A recurring pattern in this mod. Anyway, clear the new house, the same as normal, grab the blue key, and now the doors are gone. Enter the impossible hallway, grab the Pepsi,
I
and then
only
enter the
played
other
the
room, get the
first
milkshake.
one.
Return to the house.
Then
This is
straight
now
up
the
jump
central
to
anchor
the
point.
Doom 2
Everything
mod.
in this game will come up from here. We won't be triggering the house
So
fire
maybe
anytime
that's
soon.
true. I didn't
After
play a
all,
lot.
the game tells you not to. I think this is hinted at by the house fire dream in the journal being crossed out, but there are more blatant suggestions. Using God mode, or IDDQD, you'll trigger a message from the game. Ignore that first message for now. Turning it off, specifically, tells you there is no good outcome from a house fire. Going through that burned out house will lock you onto the ending that we received. However, enabling
okay,
God
you'll
mode
watch it
gives a
next
different
time.
message. My reflection winked at me. I covered the mirror in the attic just to be safe. Interesting. Sure enough, in the attic, that may or may not exist,
I
is a
don't know
covered
that
mirror.
gives
We can't
you
see ourselves,
messages.
but we can see something else. A blue bauble of some kind? It's not here next to me, and I can't seem to get to it. I wonder what I'm meant to do.
I
Oh.
was in the bathroom, standing in front of the mirror, shaving. As I looked at my reflection, I noticed it winked at me. It was so strange and unexpected that I threw my razor at the mirror. I was so scared that I expected the mirror to shatter, but instead it stayed intact. I was even
No, that's when the psychedelics kick in, my brother. Who? Actually, have you ever stared at the mirror for so long you start to have fear of it? Like you're suspecting the mirror, and at some point, I don't know, you have that moment where you just look at the reflection and you look at yourself and you look at it and you're feeling fear suddenly. Sometimes it happened. I think one time it happened to me. I got a bit afraid because I watched, I think late at night. I think I watched something with mirrors. I don't remember. I think it was a short horror clip or something, YouTube video. And then I just looked in my after washing face, I just looked at the reflection and I looked and I looked and I looked. And I got scared. But I think that was short-lived. I don't think mirror world exists because it's basically a reflection of the light that goes in the mirror and reflects your face. So the mirror world idea concept is cool and all, but it's kind of impossible to prove that it's real when it cannot be real.
more surprised when I put my hand through the mirror and I could feel the glass. I kept going and I was able to climb all the way into the mirror. It was like a tunnel. When I looked back, I saw myself in the
Wait,
mirror.
Italian Spider-Man, but no ask. Wait, Italian
I still
Tenma.
couldn't believe it was just a dream.
Mamma mia, pizza,
There's
pasta,
many mirrors in this house to check. Oh, sorry.
Put
The game
it
plays a
in the
Discord
box.
notification sound about 10 minutes into the map. I didn't want to call attention to it before, but yeah, just another way the
Mamma
map kind
mia,
of
pizza,
messes with
pasta.
you. I don't have notification sounds turned on, so can't get me.
You
After
got
checking all
me
the
and
other
I had
mirrors,
Discord
in
turned
this
off.
one bathroom, I can climb up on the sink, and then...
I don't know how to say.
Welcome
This
to the
guy
new house.
plays so differently.
Or maybe the... swag? This whole place is mirrored, and it's
I got this
populated by
much more
demons
earlier than
again,
him.
whose sounds are all reversed. A change so disconcerting that you might fail to notice that while everything is ostensibly the same as the, regular world, in this reality, the front doors have returned. You can just leave right now. However, doing so
Uncle's
will
gonna
take you to
be
underhalls
pissed.
that...
Nice try,
Wait.
pussycat. Now make
No,
me a
that's
macchiato.
not- Even here? The whole level, completely flipped and populated by mirrored monsters.
Oh, I
Beating the
don't think I went
mirrored
through with
underhalls
this.
takes you back to the house in the mirrored world, complete with a new song rendition too. But I'd say it's wise not to do this at all, as you lose all your weapons going into the mirrored underhalls. There's a few other
Oh.
reasons for progression's sake. We should do what we came here for, though. Head up to the
Respect it,
attic,
don't
where
they?
we saw that bauble. Ah, Christmas makes me happy too.
Oh yeah, I got it. I got
Weird
that.
seeing through the looking glass and into the normal world. More normal, anyway. Hey, is that a baby's crib over there? I don't recall there being one in the real world. Can I take that bottle?
I got that
Oh,
too.
that's... dark.
That's
Well,
sad.
don't really know what else I'm doing, so can I go back? Yes, I can.
Christmas.
Huh.
Merry Christmas.
Huh.
fucking Shrek map. I hated it when it disappeared. A part of my soul left, and I thought 10 years of my life has been taken away.
Huh? This children's daycare is uncomfortable to be around? The fact the happy, cheery place is a little run down, and outside is dark and foggy. There's a car parked here too. Is there someone else here? I thought I saw someone in the fog at one point, but I look at my footage now and there's no one here. This is all
This man is
starting to
going
get to me, I
insane.
think. Maybe most of all because I recognize the layout of this place as being the same as the house.
Wait, really?
The
I never
downstairs
noticed
area,
that,
to be
actually.
precise.
What the
There's
fuck?
a berserk pack on the
How
shelf
do you
above
notice
me,
that?
which I can't reach.
I
But if
never
you go into
noticed
one of
that.
the closets and punch the cracked wall hidden behind the door, you can get it.
Oh,
this might seem like a fun
that's
puzzle,
how you
but
got it.
I,
I
don't
did
know.
not see it. I
Something
did
about how
not
you
look
do all
up.
this happening here in a children's daycare just plays on my nerves. You can find a baseball and a box of crayons, but that seems to
I
be
don't know how to
everything.
tell you,
There's
gentlemen.
no
I
way
don't
to pick up
normally
this
look up.
clown costume in the cupboard anyway. I walk back, but there doesn't appear to be a way out from where I came.
You never really leave
nothing
the
here.
house.
Okay, so I guess I'll turn around and go back.
Snacks.
Oh,
And
you've got
Shrek.
to be kidding me. He has so much health. Oh my god. He'll take a swing at you if he gets too close, so yeah, he deserves the
The
buckshot.
fucking Shrek.
He drops the key to the gate, and there doesn't appear to be anything else here, so we'll leave.
It would have been funnier if he showed the scene. That. Oh. That's like, oh fuck, he
Okay.
disappeared, but he doesn't
You know, it's
show it.
interesting. In the photos folder of the Google Drive, you can see pictures of what the real house looked like. Yeah, remember this was based off the friend's
wait,
house?
yeah, it
In this
does.
particular photo, you can see the kitchen and the living room.
Oh,
This
that's
one shows the
real.
games room and the secret doorway that was hidden behind the bookcase.
Oh,
We won't be
wow.
going there again. There's also one that seemingly shows off the impossible hallway.
Is this made
which
in AI?
makes me feel uneasy. I move through the house experimenting,
Was that
by which
real?
I mean hitting use on anything that I think looks funny, and end up accidentally
Hi.
turning on the kitchen sink. So I begin filling up all the other sinks in the house without
Oh,
any
I got
clear idea
bugsy
why
to
I'm doing
figure
this
that out.
until I come to the ensuite bathroom, where I realise I've been filling up this bathtub with every sink filled.
Oh, the animation
Somehow,
goes in.
I
when
guess
you
I
do
want
that.
the duck. After hunting all sinks down, including one inside the negative house, I fill the bathtub up enough to get the duck. That's all. I got the duck. Except, when I was showing my friends this map on a Discord stream, this happened when I went to get the duck.
Look what the fuck
Feeling
you
unwell
did.
again.
All of that
It's
toilet
actually
water.
difficult to move around the flooded house. Your movement, usually so
All of that
snappy
is
and
poo-poo
responsive
water,
in Doom,
by the way.
has turned difficult and sluggish as you fight against the water. Everywhere is flooded, upstairs, downstairs, all rooms. But it doesn't look like there's anything in here.
Stinky. Yeah, this room messed me up a bit. It was like, wow. The fucking invisible enemies scared me a bit. Oh, you can kill them.
You might be familiar with the kind of liminal spaces this game has been drawing from.
Yeah.
This place in particular being reminiscent of Jared Pike's swimming pool pieces. There have been others
I
around too.
knew it was
I don't
not
want to point
AI.
out
It
all
was made by a
inspirations, it's not
fucking
to bog
lunatic
down these
architect.
explorations in
Crazy
extraneous
bitch.
information.
I knew
if you're
it.
not familiar, Super Eyepatch Wolf did a great
God damn,
video
I thought it
on
was
liminal
AI at
spaces, which is a
first.
great place to learn more. He talks about House of Leaves in it too. Check it out. Back inside the bath house, you might be forgiven for thinking you're meant to jump off the side or down this hole. Doing so has us fall into the sky room of the endless staircase we saw earlier. But this isn't where we want to be. What we
Yeah.
want is inside the bathhouse, which, by the way, resembles the house in its layout once again.
Where?
Off to the side is a locker room that has a corridor that
Where?
will take you to an impossible maze of
No, it
endless
does not.
showers,
This is where?
bathrooms, stalls,
Does not-
rooms upon
What?
rooms forever in nonsensical notions of 3D space. But there is a way forward to what we need. It actually involves double backing on yourself at one point
What?
in the maze to reach somewhere new. There is another way if you approach
never
the starting
noticed.
locker room from a certain angle and direction, but I only found that out later. We come out to a great swimming pool. I don't think I want to go in there yet. Obviously the fish attacks you if you go in, and we want to go in because there's another item there. So you might think to be clever and just shoot the fish bloody from the surface.
Yeah.
Not a bad plan, but you might want to be quick when grabbing that item, which is a D20 by the way. You can kill these,
Yeah.
but it will take a lot of ammo to do so.
Nah.
And I recommend saving it. So take the dice, but don't leave the pool, because one of the tiles is actually a passage down into
Saving
another maze.
ammunition?
You have to be quick to solve
Me?
this because you will
Nah.
eventually drown. There's a grate you can go up to for air, but there's also a second one, which is a trick and meant to kill you. And sorry, can we take a step back and see that we have swimming and oxygen mechanics in Doom? In
Yeah.
Doom.
Yeah.
This is absolutely crazy, but only half as crazy as this.
Insane. Ain't no way.
I guess we found the garage. These monsters are pinging you from across the map, and the huge distance makes me now see that their projectiles have some annoying homing to them.
Yeah.
I want to cross this bridge, but if you fall off, you go back to the sky room.
20
and
minutes,
we don't want to go
brothers.
back to the sky room. But once you're halfway across, you want to make it across though, because once you manage to clear it, welcome back.
Welcome
This is
back
actually pretty
home.
important. We managed to get to the maze again without starting the house fire. That's good. That feels like progress. There's several items in here to collect as well, as we try sneaking around the bad dog. The first being a pumpkin.
I got it.
Pumpkin, Rick? No. And after doing some interesting maneuvering, we can drop down and uncover a new door to find a doghouse and a frisbee.
Got
There's
it.
one last item in here to get, which involves strafe running off the side to reach the top of this railing
It's so
roof
slippery,
thing.
though.
This unavoidably alerts the Cerberus, but at least you can get this tuna.
Got
Kitties
it.
love tuna. Tom always spoiled his kitten rotten. You know, there's a sketchbook amidst that Google Drive where you can see some sketches that the journal called disturbing. There's only 3 of them
My
in
IQ
here.
is
one
not
being
high
the
enough
house,
to
which,
understand that
yes, I do
meme.
find disturbing now.
I'm
The other being of the
sorry.
bad dog.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
more heads than
good.
usual. The final drawing, though, is just of a blue key, which I don't want to say is scary, but I can't help but keep staring at it.
Oh, that's
longer
a
and longer,
good-ass
like I'm
drawing.
beginning to see some kind of hidden meaning behind the drawing. That's not the house, is it? Anyway, we move through this as normal and come out to the airport. There's not a whole lot to see here. You can set off the metal detector and move through all of this to get a little health bonus. Another car out the front as well. There's also a shop where using one of the t-shirts will give you 200% armor, which is very nice. Nothing really in the upstairs or with
That
this baggage conveyor.
200%
I'm
armor
too big
is
to fit inside.
bullshit.
2 bathrooms, and the men's
It did
seems fine. Cleanest gents I've
absolutely
ever seen in my life,
nothing
frankly.
to me.
There's a pill bottle outside the ladies' room, though. Refill needed? Okay, well, I guess that was one of the items we needed. Is there anything else here?
Pills. Jump skill. I died
I
here
said
5
we
times.
needed the firepower. Now we get a full bottle of pills. Feeling fine. And if we go back to the bathroom, it's feeling fine too. Oh, by the way, this airport, it's the house again.
Wha-
Of course,
Really?
it's the house again.
What?
Ah, my head hurts.
I never
The airplane is
noticed.
the same though. There's nothing else on here. Not even in its bathrooms. So, we're jumping off.
What the fuck? I never noticed. Hi.
The house is different again. Rather than burned out and abandoned, it now seems like whoever lived here has moved out.
I got this one.
It's empty.
See?
Still a little sad, but
This one
it's
I
not
got it.
dilapidated anymore. Which, again, feels like progress. However, once we step out, the
And then
end
the
plays out the same as
Soul
before.
house.
If it's in realty
Aw.
and straight onto underhalls.
Not the
asking
one
us to
after
go
the
around
fire.
and try again. This is a compilation of everything I was able to discover on my own. But we're going back in, and this time, we're taking some help.
Help. I got box seats, so I don't need help when I got people telling me how to play video
There's only
games.
so much I feel I can do by just wandering around by
It
myself.
was actually kind of nice because
So for the
everyone
next
was very
expedition, I
respectful
went
and
and
very
got some
kind to me
online
and
help.
patient.
I didn't want to just follow a walkthrough on what to do here, as it felt against the
I enjoy
spirit
it when I
of
get that kind of
exploring
box
this
set
map.
'cause
So I avoided the Doom wiki
they've
page
been
for my
nice to
house,
me.
which has just that, and instead I went back to that
Instead
original
of being like,
post on
Lamau, she
Doom
didn't
World.
get that.
I
Lamau, she
followed
didn't
the
do
whole
that.
thread of
Why didn't she
discovery
do
that
that
all the
first?
users on
How
Doom
dare
World
she does not
undertook
play the way
together
I
when
want
they were
her to
finding
play?
out about this map for themselves, and the reality of this innocent-sounding level finally hit.
Or maybe I
I
just can't
chronologically
read.
followed tips they left to one another, as well as just direct guidance on what to do with the game's more esoteric sequences. Really, I just want to spend a moment thanking the original pioneers inside that thread who went in and spent hours exploring all facets inside this map, testing, experimenting, and finding all kinds of secrets and sharing them with everyone. Also, the map was released on March 3rd, but it wasn't until March 7th on the forums that people really started exploring this
Or
map.
maybe I
Like,
just
you
never
could
read
maybe
them.
forgive
I
someone for
can't
thinking that
read.
Expedition 1 was the whole level. Thank you to those users who kept the fire burning and didn't let this get buried and forgotten. And a special thank you to the one person who helped me find out I had my tone map settings wrong in GZ Doom. They really helped out. If not for them,
Yeah,
we wouldn't
same.
get to see the best thing in this section.
Oh,
This expedition is not
okay.
the last, but it is where we learn our purpose. Our objective in this map is indeed
I
to be
did finish
collecting these
Spider-Man,
items,
just not the
but not the items
DLC
in the
and
burned
the
out
Miles
house.
Morales.
They don't count. They don't get added to the picture. This picture tracks what items we have gotten, for a total of 8 in all. You can see it at the end of the last expedition, and how close I was. But how close was I really? Because in the mirror world is
What
a
is
separate
like an
picture
extension
with
of
a
a
different set of
fire?
items, for a grand total
believe-
of 16 items to collect across the entire
I'm not
map.
sure how to explain
Annoyingly, I was only
properly.
missing 2 that prevented me from progressing in all my attempts. One being a wedding ring that you can find in the floating garage section, where you step onto the one black tile that spawns those weird Kako demon things, and then make a run of faith over to this floating platform to get a wedding ring. Then you have to run back and into the maze without
Imagine
falling
not
off. And
killing
it's probably
them.
where I ended up reloading the most out of anywhere in this level. The other
Imagine
item I
not
missed was a
killing
wine
them
bottle in the mirror world kitchen.
beforehand.
That's it. I just never saw it there.
Not my game.
Okay then. With all the items and a clear path to progress through, we have everything we need to finish this map. But we're not going to do that until the final expedition, because there's still quite a few hidden places left to see. For one, I can't believe I never thought to use no-clip until I saw that Doom World thread. That's an ominous and yet familiar message.
I didn't
Still,
finish
who
Lies
cares?
of P
Look,
yet.
I escaped the house. I did it early.
I,
can go anywhere. I can even go
finished-
straight to the exit.
Oh yeah! Back rooms. I got that the last thing ever.
Yeah, if you try to go out of bounds anywhere on this map, you end up in the back rooms. Literally. And it is the most head-hurting maze in the whole game.
Yeah, back at
Which
the
I
first
guess you
area
might
station,
expect.
but it's
Worse is that while you're trying to
Lies of
work out
P.
how to orient yourself,
but now everyone's
you'll
infected and
discover
stuff.
you're not alone.
I finished fighting like a homeless child. It was awesome.
There is a few other things here amidst the beige walls. You might find a computer, or a poster
Oh,
hanging
I
on a wall.
I found that.
But really, you want the exit. An exit I could only find with specific instructions from the Doomworld thread.
What the
Because,
fuck? It has
good
an
God,
exit?
navigating this place is a nightmare. Endless corridors that repeat on
What the
themselves
fuck?
forever. Especially
it does.
disheartening when you're being followed by an indestructible monster.
Oh.
Through the exit, you get taken back to the endless stairway from the recessed locked door.
Oh.
And it's back to the house for you. Bizarrely, there is also a backrooms to the mirrored underhalls. Not to the regular one, just the mirrored one. It might be the same, but it might be different. I couldn't seem to find the exit to this one. Regardless, the backrooms is meant to be a diversion anyway. There's nothing here for you. It's just a means to punish those looking to break the game.
Ah.
But it does give me the opportunity to show you something else. What if we were to die? And what if, for some reason, I did not hit reload immediately?
Okay.
What would happen then?
That's me. I'm Tenma. I'm Tenma Maemi. You're not Leah, but I'm Tenma. I'm Tenma. Dad? The Tenma? I'm Tenma. No.
This is the house again.
Wait, what? No, it's not.
This isn't.
Yeah. Ah, you're finally awake, traveler. Mamma mia, pizza, pasta, putta della bara, ore! Nama 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 nama, ore! Now, who the fuck is that? Is that Thomas? Is that Tom? Tom, my boy? When do we get the law? Oh, I didn't know you could pick that up.
You can do this a single time to revive where you stand. I don't know if this serves some kind of
The fuck?
purpose. The pill bottle being there makes me wonder, but I have no
I
clue
tried to
myself.
pick that up.
There are some smaller secrets too, but to see them we're going to have to go back to the Brutalist maze.
Huh.
Fortunately, there is this.
Wait, what? I
You can
knew
only
it.
take this once.
I knew there was something in that room, but I knew there was something in that room. What the fuck? But I never knew how I missed that.
Fortunately, there is
The
this.
fucking washing machine. What the fuck? I knew there was something wrong with
You
that.
can only take this once. It won't open a second time, but it's very useful for our
It's a
run.
mod.
Speaking of running, the outside walls are closer on some sides of the maze compared to others. So what would happen if I were to run off here?
What? You can
Interesting.
go into those
There's
rooms?
another room in the bigger version of the house we can run to as well. A
What is that?
megasphere for max health and
Megasphere?
armor. That's cool, right? Nifty little secret. You have to
Yeah,
fall
I
down
did
the end of the
shoot it
staircase
once,
from
but
here,
I
though,
reload
which is
'cause
where the
I'm
tricky business of
a
using entrances to
filthy
this maze
safe
needs
scammer.
to be considered. Remember, you can only use the secret entrance and the floating garage entrance once each. Think carefully about what you're doing now. Nothing good can come from a house fire. But these aren't the only rooms you can go into here. There's this much more difficult jump you can take. It'll
You
take you a
can?
few tries, but
Wait, you can? Is this the TV? Oh. Oh.
this, by itself, is weird.
Betty.
What's weirder is going back around to the house and finding all the TVs are now
Oh,
switched
that's
on.
cool.
Even in the mirror world.
That's kind of cool.
Even in the hospital.
Ah, that's a cool
I
detail.
have no idea if this means or does something, but it makes me feel very small for some reason. Okay, I've saved the best thing till last. I hope you're ready.
Yeah, this fucking maze. Fuck this maze. Fuck it. I got so fucking scared. I had to throw my earphones, my headphones on the table because I was fucking scared it's gonna get a jump scare and get a heart attack. Fuck this game.
The book has returned. Silence overwhelms you as you step into the impossible space of concrete and darkness. After the near constant noise and drones of exploring this house, this utter vacuum fills my stomach
Vacuum.
with dread. It's time for one last maze. A
Vacuum
very
has a good
dark maze. I've done what I can for it in post to make sure
Me and my homies know the vacuum sound when you're young is the best ASMR for sleeping. If I hear that vacuum and I'm sleeping, I'm gonna have the best rest of my life. The way I sleep like a little baby when I hear the I just go dead sleep. It's the best sleep of my life.
it's visible on the screens I've tested, but if
I
you still
love
can't
it.
see because you're watching on your phone in bed with auto brightness, or if there's sunlight shining on your display, I'm sorry. Maybe just skip to the next chapter. I now present to you, with no commentary and only occasional editing for time, the Novitzen Hallway.
I don't know, it makes me feel so comfort to hear the sound of vacuum in the house. Ah, fuck this maze. Oh, I didn't know it gives you that sound. God bless earphones off. God bless earphones off. I would have died. Tch. I can't see shit even with your brightness turned on, man. Blind must strikes again. You are all such babies that you don't fall asleep with the vacuum on. Such babies. It's such a comforting sound. Man, fuck this creator. Fuck the noises. I hate it. I hate it when it's silent and sudden noise. No, I want constant noise. It's comforting. It's nice. Man, fuck this game. I hated the mazes. 15 minutes. 15 minutes in the fucking mazes. 15 minutes. I got... Oh, I didn't find that. Nah, that would have scared me so much. Nuh-uh. That, no. I think the fuck not. Nah. Nah, I think the fuck not. What the fuck? There's a pool? I did not know there's a pool in the maze. Remember, this is like with the brightness on for you to see. I would have been blind, ma. I did not play with the brightness on. That's messed up. So how I don't know why I can't sleep with the if I hear thunders I get very scared. And I'm not sure why. I can sleep when it's raining hard. Like if it's raining terrible, I'm like, me a time. But if I hear thunders, I don't know why it's scary to me. What the fuck is it? I had no idea that was it. I missed a lot. I thought it was just like something that loops in. I did not know it would extend this much. Huh. Goddamn. Just parry the lightning. The lies of P has trained me well enough. No, don't scare me. Don't be an asshole. My soul is gonna leave my body. Do not jump scare me, I swear to God. Why don't you go down? The fuck? Does it never end? Does it never end? Oh yeah, it does loop. Pansy! Pansy idiot, thank you.
We did it?
Yay!
To my knowledge, there's nothing to find in there. It's just a horribly tense diversion to take here in this house. This part of the game drives my nerves on end. Even though you could argue nothing happened to me, it manages to inspire anxiety using only its strange architecture and occasional little prodding insinuations that I'm not alone in this house. I can only hope that I was able to convey that through this chapter. It borrows liberally from House of Leaves, most of the time, but to do this, to execute this labyrinth here in Doom, is nothing short of genius, I think. Now, I wish to point out that even after all we've done, all we've seen here, we still haven't managed to discover that final secret on the map screen.
Fuck, do I
So
know what
then,
it is?
Without any further delay,
I'm missing all the
it's time to
secrets,
finish
but I'm gamer mom.
my house.
Okay. Burn the book. Burn the book it is.
We're going to go through everything in order,
Burn
one at a
literature.
time, with a few
Return
extra
to
hidden
Unga
tricks
Bunga.
that'll help me get through this nightmare. I'm also going to be slowing down a bit, referring to the journal as we go, as I think there is something of a narrative that can be constructed from this mod that we've only been brushing past so far, as vague and fragmentary as it may be. This house may be bigger on the inside, but it feels far from empty. So, starting from when the doors disappear, we get the Pepsi and then the milkshake. There's
Yeah.
nothing relevant about them in any of the materials, not
I
even a
don't wanna
Pepsi in
read
shot
it.
of these pictures, but I noticed the deco in the Pepsi room is older, like 80s or 70s. The Pepsi can itself is an older version too. So I
Suck
wonder
my
if this is a
dick,
recreation
Togo.
of
You
a
don't tell me
childhood
what the
memory.
fuck to do.
I want pop, like what you'd maybe say if your mother asked you what you wanted to drink. The milkshake room might also be a memory, rather than a horrible negative dimension. We can see in the pictures folder that the room did appear to get some renovations. So maybe an intense colour palette is simply what it had before.
Colour
or
palettes.
maybe it's depicted in monochrome because something happened that necessitated the renovations that make this an unpleasant memory. The kid
I
needs a
want
milkshake. It's probably not
What
said
is
by a
that?
child, and it reads as a cold way that two parents might talk about their kid. The context for all of this is just my own speculation, but let's keep going and see where things end up. Uncover the mirror in the attic to be able to access the mirror world. From the bathroom, whose dream we've already covered. I
Yeah.
kill everything in the mirror world. I don't think I have to, but I decide to, just in case. In the mirror world,
Murder
grab
them
the
all.
wine bottle. Drunk buddy. Yeah, Tom and Steve did appear to be in that photo. Also grab the bauble, which is referenced in this half-asleep babbling entry of the journal, but I'd say more important is the baby bottle from the crib.
I lay in bed, too afraid to move, when I heard a faint ghostly cry coming from the attic. I had heard this sound before, but this time it was louder and more insistent. I got out of bed and slowly crept up the stairs to the attic, my heart pounding so hard I thought it would burst. As I entered the attic, I noticed a trail of children's toys leading out the window. I followed the trail, feeling a strange compulsion to do so. The trail led me to an abandoned daycare center near the edge of town. I stayed back, afraid to enter, but I couldn't help but feel drawn to the place. I knew something was waiting for me inside.
Shit.
Something dark and dangerous. I took a deep breath and stepped
Shit.
inside. The place was dark and silent, but as I walked around I noticed the walls were covered in eerie drawings of children and babies. Then I heard the sound of a baby crying again, coming from the back of the room. I followed the sound, and when I reached the back of the room, I saw a crib with a stillborn baby inside. I felt a chill run down my spine as I realized what was haunting me. The stillborn baby was the one in the attic. I backed away slowly, my heart pounding in my ears. I knew I had to leave this place, and I quickly ran out the door, never looking back.
Huh.
Get the baseball and the crayons. I don't know if there's any deeper mystery to them, and their associated text feels like nonsense. Adult colouring books and autographed by J.J. Hardy. J.J. Hardy is a real player, but it doesn't help us date or place this daycare, as he's been playing for about 20 years, and has been part of 3 different teams across the USA. I mean, he was drafted in 2001, and that's also the year Shrek came out, but that's too YouTube Theory channel for me. You might also have to deal with the blackboard that says 1984 on it. Either someone has their dates wrong, or this daycare has high expectations for these kids' reading ability.
I like that
Pick
my
up
chat
Snopes
is
and blast away
singing the
Shrek.
song.
No, I don't have any plot reason for why Shrek is here. Go back to the house, and it's time to turn on the sinks for the water house.
I was dreaming about taking a nice hot bath. I felt myself sinking deeper and deeper into the warm water until I couldn't breathe. I tried to scream, but no sound escaped my lips. I was drowning in my own bathtub. Suddenly I felt a jolt, as if I had been pulled out of the water. When I opened my eyes, I found myself in a subterranean cave, illuminated by a faint, eerie blue light. I could feel a chill in the air, and I could hear the echoing of demons in the distance. I tried to scream, but my voice was muffled by the darkness of the cave. I felt a chill run down my spine as I realized I was being hunted by something unseen. I heard the scraping of claws on the rocks and felt the ground shaking beneath me.
I guess the bathhouse is meant to be the cave? I don't know. Solve the maze to come to the swimming pool with the bloodfish. but not before taking this hidden backpack from this one specific
What
walker
the
in the hallway
fuck?
before. We will need the extra ammo capacity.
I missed
Go
that.
boom fishing and get the D20. I don't know what significance this has, beyond Tom, Steve, or maybe both, maybe once played D&D. Judging by the text, it got pretty juvenile. And we make our way through to the floating garage, making numerous attempts to get the ring and leave through the exit. I could just take the secret entrance back to the maze, but I don't want to. On my winning attempt, I actually skipped over the line that spawns the enemies somehow. I reactivated it before leaving, out of pity. The wedding ring, though. There's no dream about a floating garage, nor about a specific wedding, but there is this Valentine's Day entry.
Happy Valentine's Day to the only person I ever loved. For a short time, you brought a little happiness to this painful existence called life. I hope we can be together again one day. In the meantime, I'll keep looking for that other someone who can be the ray of light in my life that you turned out to be.
Tom!
Boy, Steve's had it rough through the years. Into the Brutalist maze now, where I have very little to add, honestly. I wonder if the bad dog appearing in the bigger version of the maze maybe represents a fear of dogs when Tom was a small child. Is that why he went to having a cat instead? Hard to say, but that's the best I've got for you. I've nothing more to add to the frisbee, the cat food, and that stupid pumpkin. By the way, the room where you get the plasma rifle only opens if you picked up the blue key in the first house. Something someone may have missed if they wanted that soul sphere. I also included this earlier, but if you look around, you might find this guy. You can't attack him, I don't know what his deal is, but the room he's around sort of reminds me of the back rooms, right?
I missed that.
Is that the skin stealer? I unplugged the TV room again, hoping this would trigger something new and not seen before, but alas it did not. Dropping down into the abyss and through the staircase into the house again, we can actually see we have all the items in the normal world now, which does unlock where to go next. But we're still missing 2 from the mirror world paintings, so let's square those away first. Go through the secret tunnel and into the airport. I also have little to add here, besides the undercurrent of psychosis that someone may be suffering from? Fun fact, the empty pill bottle is not an item you need to progress, not from here or the hospital. It doesn't get added to the picture frame. Red herring then? Or a narrative device to connect these 2 locations? Once again, I don't know. Actually, one thing you can do here, if you position yourself just right in the bathroom, so that the blood covers everywhere except the entrance.
Oh yeah!
Amen to that. Okay, let's just clear up a bit.
Amen, brother. God bless
I was on an
America.
airplane, and I was the only passenger. I looked out the window to see the ground below, and noticed that the terrain was unfamiliar. I had no idea where I was or where I was going. Suddenly, the plane started to shake violently.
I got all the weapons. I got them.
I tried to communicate with the pilot, but I couldn't hear him.
Tell me I'm a god gamer.
Suddenly, I felt a huge jolt. I looked out the window again and saw that the plane was heading for some kind of structure. I closed my eyes and felt the plane crash. I felt the impact and heard the screams
This is
and cries
making
from
me
the
so
people around
sleepy.
me. I then woke up, my heart pounding and my body drenched in sweat.
Congratulations, we've finally caught up. The house is now just the same as it ever was, showing we finally did it. Except that flower painting now isn't.
Oh
What
yeah!
an interesting picture. And the doors are back, so you could leave. Which, at this point, would be silly.
Yeah, this is nice
Why
to
would
put
we
it
do that
in the
when we can take this
background.
rabbit hole as far as we
It's a
can go?
Mimir
Before
with
you
this
ask,
video in the
no,
background.
this doesn't open until you get all the items. Somewhere new, at long last.
Oh, this is. I
Nowhere
can't wait
go
to
but
nap
the
after
road,
this.
I suppose.
Hey,
The long,
thank you.
winding road.
Long ride
What's that over there?
Hell.
This song, of course. And this crashed car seems to lead to this song, of course.
Most mysterious song on the internet or YouTube. I've been trying to find out who sings this song for decades. I thought someone figured it out in my chat. It's a good song. I kinda like the style. Has the artist died or something? Why is it not found?
And this crashed car seems to lead to an American gas station. Got a good feeling about this.
Yay! Shell! Oh, still, I sang it.
This
Awesome.
music too. Reminds me of a brawl I had once. Inside the store you can find the final
Obscure
item,
band
an
from
Atari
Germany.
2600 controller. There's not much else here to see, a bus stop, and a lit-up sign. So the only thing we can do now is follow this trail of blood to this last room. Oh. Oh, God. Please don't tell me that store was the house again. You know what? It's fine. Because now we have all the items. Yippee! And now the Mirror World painting has something to show us as well.
Oh, I didn't see
Very
that.
interesting.
Oh,
So we leave, and
that's
sure
how
enough,
you...
the fence opens in the same mirrored place,
gotcha.
and in we go.
I was thinking, how did you guys know that? Huh.
It's a long road back to the station, and
I
you
got
could miss
proximity to
it,
the
being the map
spot.
is flipped around, because the car isn't here anymore. There's a tiny torch instead. But it leads to the gas station all the same.
Huh. Oh, the main singer passed away. Oh. Gotcha.
Maybe not all the same.
Le.
I try and poke around a bit, and there is a rocket launcher in the storeroom. Oh, very nice. Why am I being given a rocket launcher? There's no way past the tape into the rest of the store or into the house bathroom. So we'll go where we need to. Sure enough, standing out by the sign, we can see the smoke above the trees. And hidden between all of them is a little camp area. You can actually go here in the regular world, but there's nothing here. Meanwhile, we have some carving on the tree. S plus A.
Sa, minna.
Get out of here, no! What the hell?
Oh. Le.
I can't go back. Huh? Wait.
Bitch, tappara
What's
bara.
that?
Eh? Oh, zappara bara bara bara. Eh? Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Got a bitch. Awesome. No bitch.
Congratulations on achieving
bitches.
ending 2. No, really, this is an ending. You might have some questions,
Oh.
but fortunately, there's another dream to tell you about.
February 26, 2023.
What should
I
I
can no longer tell what
read
elements of this map
when
are my
he
friends,
reads for
which
me?
are mine, and what the map has created. I am no longer afraid that the map is creating itself. It needs me as much as I need it, which reminds me of a dream I had the other night. I'm not sleeping much, but I recall this one with surprising clarity. I was standing on a beach, staring out at the placid water, the ocean stretching out as far as the eye could see. Seagulls cawed overhead, and the gentle caress of water lapped the sand in front of me. I dipped my toes into the water. At least I tried. There was no water, no ocean. It was an illusion. I realized everything around me was fake. The trees, the birds, the sand. It was all a one-act play. And I was Willy Loman, a damned fool who believed in something greater, that there was no happiness to be found. I wandered the set only to find myself staring into oblivion. It was the end of time itself. No joy, no misery, no sadness, only emptiness. Men of faith tell us the afterlife is for eternity, but is it possible to keep
This is
your
on
sanity for
speed,
eternity?
and
A day passes in
I
a
feel
void,
like
a
he's
month, a year,
slow.
2, 5, 10. Is this an eternity? 20 years, 100 years, 1,000 years. I sat in this room for 1,000,000 years now, entertaining the same thoughts, pondering the same questions, and ruminated on every mistake in my life, anguishing over them for centuries. 1 billion years now, double that, now double it again. I'm still nowhere close to the end of eternity. I pray for death, but it never comes. Just me and my thoughts and my mistakes.
I
and
did
my
enjoy that,
insecurities and
actually. I
my
had
regrets
fun.
and my loneliness. Somewhere in another dream,
Aw.
the version of myself that winked back is sitting on the real beach, happy and content, knowing that life is finite, there is no afterlife, and happiness is found in the small things around us that we can control.
Oh, there
Happiness has to be fought for.
Yeah. Happiness.
Time to fight for your happy ending. Once you lower the entrance to the fake beach, it's time to get running. Escape from the shadowy archvile, who is basically unkillable. You can stun them pretty easily, but it's easier to just run and never stop. They will teleport and chase you, even into the mirror house, where they'll start resurrecting the dead monsters, so we're going to have to flee to the regular world pronto, which is now repopulated too, and has archviles as well, but fortunately normal ones that we can kill by carefully peeking in and out of sight of their attacks.
Oh, I never
probably should have
focused.
just BFG'd them, but I felt proud when I did it, until I saw outside. It's worse when you open the door.
Hot diggity. Hot diggity. I died so many times. What are you doing? Don't kill them.
Ow. Before we leave, go
I
back
just
up to the
yeet-
attic and look
oh.
into the mirror. The shadowy archvile has taken the spot where the Christmas bauble used to be.
Oh, I didn't notice
How
that.
ominous. Getting out of the house is tricky. I like to do a lap around the house to get them infighting and thin their number a little. I also want to stock up slightly with these items, but not really fight them.
I just
Our
ran
battle
away.
isn't here. We need to hit the road again, which, by the way, has one last dream to mention.
I was
Huh.
driving along a road in the woods when all of a sudden my car veered off the road and crashed into a tree. I woke up to find myself in the driver's seat with an injured and bleeding leg. My head was spinning and I felt disoriented. I dragged myself out of the car and hobbled my way through the woods in hopes of finding help. My legs
Incredible.
hurt me, and I felt like I was going to faint. Through the trees, I saw the lights from a lonely gas station. I was relieved to find it open, but then I realized there was nobody there. I had no idea where everybody had gone. As I was standing there, I heard some strange
I'm so
noises coming
sleepy.
from the woods around me. I was too scared to investigate, so I just stood there, feeling scared and alone. Suddenly, I heard a car in the distance, and I limped towards it. Thank goodness. It was a taxi driver who was able to take me to the hospital. I eventually woke up in a cold sweat, not sure if I was relieved or disappointed that it was just a dream.
And with
Shit.
that, there's only one last
Le-
fight left for us. The gas station is surrounded by monsters from all sides, and a spider mastermind sitting atop the courtyard roof. It's a tough fight, but happiness has to be fought for.
What the fuck? I just yeeted. I left. I just yeeto. I yeeto out of there. I didn't even fight anyone. I did not know you had
Hold on a
to.
second, guys. I just need a quick break. Oh, very nice.
Like goddamn. I didn't even bother my dude. Huh. I ran for my happiness. Haha. I did not know you couldn't fight them all.
And here is the true ending. The one secret finally discovered to tell you that this is the end. This beach is real. Actual peace is here for you. And if the dog in the
Yay.
maze survives, then they join
I
you on
love
this beach
that
as well.
actually. I love
to
my
cap
house.
everything off. The nightmare is finally over.
Yeah.
You've completed my house and can relax knowing there's nothing else left to see.
The end.
Well, actually,
Huh?
what if you collected all the items, unlocking the secret passage in the yard, but then burn the house down anyway?
You can't?
What if you fought your way through the burned out house again? The brutalist maze, went through the airport that has no plane, but you still fall back down into the now destroyed house? What if you did all of that, left the house, and then opened the fence passage?
Oh. You can? Oh.
This isn't an ending, but it is a little secret for you. My phone couldn't read this QR code, but fortunately, someone very kind and clever in the Doomworld forums transcribed the code into something readable, which takes you to a new hidden photo in that Google Drive. An obituary for Steve Nelson. Steve died on the exact same day that Tom died, August 3rd, 2022. What does this mean? Does it mean that Steven's spirit made this
Wait.
Doom map as his last 22?
Look at the hairline. These guys are the same person. Just that one of them has a beard. What? Does he have... Died in his home on August 3rd. Passed away on August 3rd. What the fuck? Grew up and attended Plano High School. Plano, originally from Plano. What the fuck is happening?
What does this mean? Does it mean that Stephen's spirit made this doom map as his last connection to the outside world? Is this meant to be some
But they are the
metatextual
same-
statement?
They are the fucking same. I don't get it. Look at the hair. Look. Oh, you can't see my mouse. Look. It's the same. It's just this one is clean and this one is with a beard. Yeah, they're the fucking same.
On the death of the author? I don't have a sole definitive answer, and I'm not sure one really exists for me. But this
Suck
does
my
open up
dick,
some
Stone. You
interesting
don't
rabbit
fucking
holes.
call me
Was it
racist.
actually
Shut the
Steve who
fuck
wrote
up.
the journal? Rereading the journal after discovering this, it suddenly struck me how rarely names are used.
They
Instead
look
using
the
my
fucking
childhood
same.
friend, or just my friend, when referring to who I presumed to be Tom. It's only in February 2023 where Thomas is finally named, and positively identified as the person who started the map on the floppy disk, which I guess the forum post also confirmed. Steve isn't named anywhere in here, which might support the idea that he's the one writing it. At first though, I wondered if the vagueness of the journal meant there was a third person who wrote it. Who would that be? A, of course. The journal mentions the love of their life, and the obituary confirms Steve did indeed tie the knot at some point. The journal implies that their love is no longer with them, too. Could the journal be by A talking about Steve? This might be an answer for those wanting to
Yeah.
reject an ethereal origin for this mod. However, this is leaving out an important detail from the obituary. Steve is survived only by his closest relatives, and not by any spouse. So either they had separated, or their partner had already passed away. You might be able to see where I'm going here.
No.
I think A might be Tom. His last name is Allard. A for Allard, perhaps. If they were close, even as friends, it wouldn't be hard to see them having nicknames for one another. The obituaries further support this too. The fact that both of them married their old school crushes, and that they went to the same high school. The fact Thomas moved back to the same town to be with the person they married. Tom too is also not survived by a spouse, despite being married. And the fact they're both sharing a celebration of life and funeral service at the same place, date, and time. So, yeah, I think they're together. The obituaries don't mention how either died, merely that Stephen passed away and that Thomas died in his home. I've heard there's an entire lexicon of euphemisms that obituaries use to talk about the recently deceased, but I don't know if I'm privy to such things. Anything I could derive, further than I already have, would merely be a baseless assumption, from here or in the map.
I thought, no, listen, I didn't. I'm not saying they were the same. I thought this was gonna turn around to like some weird bipolar thing with the journals and stuff. So that's why I was thinking this is like a personality of his and he's imagining all of this in his head. I didn't know they were actually European together.
But you might wonder then what this whole
And
mod
so
was
different
about.
people.
If
I
at the
thought they
end
were gonna
Ugly
go
Chris
with
was
like
our
the
author too,
bipolar
instead,
thing.
and this was a tribute made for romantic love rather than just friendship. Well, I'm sure I don't need to point out the signs of a potentially difficult childhood that appear throughout this map and its supplemental material.
To be
It's
honest,
hard
the
to know
bipolar
exactly who
idea
owns
would have
what
been
here.
cooler.
However, I'd say some things feel particular to
The
Stephen. For instance, there's the hospital. Thomas still
Homo
has all his
sapien
close
relationship
relatives
idea
together,
is
but
kinda
Stephen apparently lost his
unoriginal.
father sometime before his death.
And
so,
boring.
Are we reliving his father's death here? No idea why he died, though I remember the pill bottle. Curious. His mother also has 3 different last names mentioned within the obituary, which might imply a difficult upbringing for the boy. The level itself is full of moments that could represent other events or memories, but I'd like to repeat one last bit from the journal instead. For a short time, you brought a little happiness to this painful existence called life. That's my read on things. A tribute to a difficult life which love briefly illuminated, made from beyond the grave by a grieving partner's cursed soul. You might disagree.
Yeah,
It's intentionally
another
vague,
theory
and I
that
think
they're
its
the
opaque
middle
and
versions
confusing
of each
nature is
other.
part of the point to illustrate
That's
trauma.
what I was
So why not
thinking.
play it for yourself? Explore its many corners, read these documents, and see what conclusions you draw. Maybe the airport is Tom coming back home to Illinois. Maybe the frisbee is Stephen's love of frisbee golf. For me, though, it's interesting this all started with sharing a house on a floppy disk.
That's what I was thinking, because this man is like cuckoo in the head with his journals. He clearly has it's something wrong in his head, okay, with his journal. So I was thinking like, and then he mentions like this mirrors, and the idea concept of this map is mirror world. like facing the opposite of your reality. So I'm thinking bipolar disorder, depression. I'm thinking stuff like that. No, you're giving me the ending where they're gay. This doesn't make sense. It's just stupid and lazy.
When two people begin to share a house, when one moves in with another, what do each of them bring into it? If I had $1 for every time a horror game revealed itself to be a gay love story at the end, I'd have $2. And my local bakery still wouldn't accept them for a sausage roll. Some of you may be wondering about the account of Veg on Doomworld, and it may shock you to know that Veg is
There's
a real
nothing
user,
wrong with
real
them
in the
being
sense that this
European,
account has been
sweetie.
open since
It's just
2004,
the way
then
this
seemingly
story
left
is
in
portrayed
2006,
is
before coming back in
stupid.
September of 2022.
Because I was
Their posts and
expecting
updates
like
on
an
Doomworld
ending
mirror
that's
what's said in the
deeper
journal
than this,
perfectly,
like
with
something
dates lining up and
symbolism.
everything. Veg never dropped their character.
The
even for
fucking
a second.
hospital ending
I can say
scene.
character now, right? We all
It
understand
doesn't
the healthy
connect, it's
lines
just
between fiction
stupid.
and reality, correct? There is actually a bit of, to use a technical term,
It's
hoo-ha
kinda
in the forums
anticlimactic.
about the identity of the author,
Oh.
or authors, where the clues have been left in places like anagrams or even in the thread itself. However, to be totally blunt, I don't care to chase up on such things. Either the creators come forward, or they don't. What matters to me is the time I had playing this. I did not expect one of my favourite gaming experiences of 2023 to be a Doom map. Playing through my house has been like I've had a spell cast on me, utterly entrancing me and convincing me to keep playing, keep digging into its secrets. I've spent hours in this little map of 10 minutes of playtime, and longer still just thinking about it. Not only the details of its narrative, but
Goddamn.
how genius
Flowboy's
its
fucking
design
right,
is.
I'm
A lot
upset.
of this has already been discussed at length by people inside
How
the
did
Doom
he
world,
know?
which I highly recommend you read for yourself. Those people in there know Doom much better than I do. But I want to bounce off the pages and pages of discussion that's already there and say how incredible it is that this feels like a full Doom horror map rather than just a horror mod that happens to run in Doom. All elements of its design are rooted in rules very familiar to fans of Doom 1 and 2. Solving mazes, running past lines which trigger new things in the map, such as opening new passageways, even the effect of running in circles around a map, collecting keys to open doors, or in this case, making the door appear once again. This is the language of Doom, and this mod takes it and twists the familiar words to be understandable, but also terrifying. It is that uncanniness that stems from that familiarity that makes it work so well with the presentation of the entire game. One thing I haven't mentioned that's inside the Google Drive is the actual myhouse.wad, a much smaller map that, if you play, it's just a basic loop of the regular house. Or the first house, I suppose. No weirdness, and even beating underhalls takes you forward to the gantlet. Although there is actually one key difference. You're a different height. Actually, it'd be more accurate to say that in the PK3 version of the game, you're taller. The WAD doesn't change your height from the default. You might not notice it in the context of the house. You feel at a regular human height for these objects. Maybe the reason why this change was made. But you don't end at the house, do you? You're still a different height when you go through underhalls. Given how many times a
Oh, I
Doom
never
player may have gone
noticed that.
through underhalls over the years, especially a community dedicated to Doom, that uncomfortable feeling of something not being right might be hard to shake and even harder to pin down. I didn't even know where else to mention this, but is it any coincidence that the game takes you into underhalls? An early Doom 2 level featuring a house. There's nothing off about it, but
never
after
noticed
going
that.
through all you saw in Expedition 1, can you really feel for sure that that is the case? Everything about this map works to get itself under the skin by being just a little bit off. That subtle change of the player height, the weapons animations swapping out, playing with the music that people expect to hear in these maps. Even the doors. How iconic is the Doom door opening sound? And this game even manages to flip that on its head. It takes the ultimate familiar and reliable space that is Doom and creates points of alienation to remove feelings of security when playing it. Playing a simple mod based on a player's house. Even if you've never played classic Doom before, I think this can have an effect on you. After all, you do one loop of the house before anything weird happens, and then your loops to grab keys become wider and stretch into the impossible. Then there's also the extraneous references in the game. Shrek, the backrooms, and the
Yeah,
many
fucking
inspirations from the liminal space online movement. Some of you may have rolled your eyes when you saw them, but what if I told you they were actually very smart? See, Doom has had maps and mods made for a very long time, and in a manner not dissimilar to how online communities in these horror
Stop,
spaces
General.
continue to make their own spins on the core elements of their chosen movement.
Boy.
Multiple online versions of the backrooms and liminal spaces exist, with all kinds of ways to experience them from art to video to game. Shrek, Existing in here, as crazy and pretentious as this will sound, draws a connection between these movements and Doom modding. He is a meme. He's everywhere. Has been for an ungodly amount of time. And chances are if a new meme or online movement comes along, Shrek will be put inside it at some point. But Doom modders have been putting personal Easter eggs inside their maps for years. It's never been uncommon to see something out of place in someone's map, something that probably meant something to the map author. It's a small piece of personal expression, not unlike someone putting Shrek inside their horror work. It might sound like I'm stretching, but when you see Shrek, you know it's artificial. Your mind immediately knows that what you're playing is constructed, and you'll think of the author, something that this map is asking you to do constantly.
Insane.
Okay, I might be focusing a bit too much on this, but bear with me for this last point. What I like most about this connection is that it feels like a celebration of Doom modding. This year, Doom turns 30 years old, and 30 years on, this game is still getting community support, and the set rules of this game are still changing in radical ways people never thought of, but it's also adapting, changing with the times. Even amidst all the changes in gaming, technology, and even the wider cultural and political landscape, there has always been Doom modding happening alongside it, and while being influenced by what's happening around it, it's never been slowed or discarded or abandoned. Doom can adapt itself to these modern internet trends like putting on a new glove, and still make an impact when it does so. Doom can be anything, from the simplest shooter maps to strange new experiences that people haven't seen before. In the truest sense of the word, this map shows that Doom really is eternal. There's one more detail from the journal I'd like to close on. Okay. It's a flimsy observation, but bear with me anyway. In the text are 3 numbers highlighted in red. In order, they are 2, 3, 1. I don't see any connections between the journal entries they are attached to, and the number means nothing in the context of the map. So I googled Doom 231 and found a music track from OC Remix. OC Remix numbers its tracks sequentially, so the fact it's a Doom song specifically at number 231 feels like a pretty extraordinary coincidence. The song itself is a remix of Sign of Evil from Doom 1, and I can't help but think when listening to it that it may have been an inspiration for the creation of the whole map. Even if I'm wrong, and it wasn't that big an inspiration, it's a nice song anyway. It really makes me feel happy. Thank you for watching.
Bullshit video, bullshit interpretation, and bullshit explanation. I'm gonna go with my explanation of the man is fucking cuckoo in the head. He's losing his mind. He has bipolar disorder. He has depression. He has all of that shit. He's going through a fucking severe depression and taking pills and medication. And he's in the fucking paranoia with the fucking mirrors, with exploiting the mirror world, the mirror self, and stuff like that. Not this cuckoo relationship one. It just makes no sense. No sense. Where's the newspaper? I wanna see it again. Not there.
The journal. This might be.
I still feel they're the same person. I don't know. I still feel they're the same. Just that one of them has a beard and one doesn't. I really think it's a different personality of his. I still think it's the same. It's the angle, it's the shadow that makes him look different. But if he faces the camera the same way like this guy, might be the same face. It's just the light, the camera, the angle, and if he grows a beard. Even the ears are similar. No, the nose is not different. Try to understand. It's down-shaped. This is also down-shaped when he smiles. If he smiles, the nose is the fucking same. It's the shadow, the way his hair is not even facing the same way as this guy. They are the same. Ah! Ma, don't understand, it's the same person. It's just the uncle. I see it. The cheeks are different because this motherfucker's smiling. It has a beard, and the beard also is your face. I think it's a beard. I'm not sure. I think that's a beard. Is that a beard? Possibly that's a beard. I'm gonna go down the road of schizo, okay? You will enjoy me being on this road of schizo. They are the same fucking person, and you can't tell me otherwise. I'm not blind. I don't think Pippa is awake. I am getting angry at a video essay. Which I shouldn't. You did wonderful, Mr. Content Creator. I like to yell at the clouds. That's just something my personality does in itself. You did wonderful. 10 out of 10. It happens. I just like to get angry and yell at the clouds. But these people are the same. And I'm gonna go with my theory that this is about schizophrenia. What beauty mark? What beauty mark? I don't see it. On the chin. Who? That's a beauty mark? Tell me, gentlemen, on this fucking picture that's to the side with shadow and a beard, you're gonna be like, they're different because one is a beauty mark and the other one, it doesn't fucking show. It's so unfair. It's so unfair. It's so fucking unfair. No, I don't have experience with schizophrenia. But my viewers have been telling me that I should become one. They keep telling me that I'm very close to become one. It's tilted, I swear to God. The head is tilted. It's going to the side. It's not even straight. They have different body fat. How would you know that? How would you know that from these two pictures? What the fuck's the one with the drinking picture? Wait, hold on. There's another picture with them. No, still the fucking same. Hold on. I'm gonna enhance. Hold on, I'm trying to... I don't see the beauty mark here, by the way. Damn it, 1 second. The nose is the same! It's the fucking same! He's smiling! You guys don't know how the muscle of the face works when someone smiles? The face shape is the same? The ears are the same? The fucking shadow of the hair is the same? The hairline is the same? Again, he tilted his head. The eyes are the same. The face shape is the same. I mean, it's edited. You can see that this is edited. It's edited. So there's two people in the same picture. It's just that one of them used Photoshop, and I think Photoshop like a suit on or something. I'm not sure. That looks Photoshopped. But it's the same person, just that they Photoshopped that fucking legs, shells. I'm not cuckoo in the head. How they're standing side to side with their different. Listen, they just. It's Photoshop, you guys. It's edited. It's not even. Two different people. I'm gonna send this in. I'm gonna send this to Pippa. Hold on, I'm gonna send this to Pippa whenever she's available. Add this to the same person to you. I'm gonna also send the newspaper one. One moment, let me go to the newspaper. I have a fight with chat, and they say it is not the same person. I say they are stupid, and they are, in fact, the same person. They look the fucking same. They look the same. Exactly the same. Stop putting the fucking schizo! I'm not schizo. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm not schizo. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm not going insane. These are the same people. I think they are the same people. No, I'm not gonna shut up. You shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up, because I will still go with the bipolar disorder interpretation of the ending. They look exactly the same. They are the same people. I'm not blind. There's an actual mental illness where you can't tell the difference between. I don't. What the No! I don't have a mental illness. No, you just. I'm trying to give my perspective on the story of this fucking game, and you're calling me mentally ill. Fuck you! Someone put her in a home. Ma, I'm gonna take this theory to the fucking grave. It's an interpretation. I'm gonna take it to the fucking grave. I'm gonna take it to the fucking grave. I swear to God. With this interpretation, and you guys will never change my mentality. You will never change the way I think. You will never change the way I think. Gosibo, thank you. Thank you, gifting. But you will never change the way I think. They will. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. No, I'm gonna keep it. You will not gaslight me in thinking different. You will not gaslight me in thinking different, that I'm wrong. They are the same people. Yeah. When do I stream? I'm gonna go nap. I stream in like 3 hours, so I'm gonna go nap. Oh, I love this so much. I'm gonna read Lumi on Switch. Okay, guys. Thank you for coming with me to this weird stream reaction. I'm gonna read Lumi. God damn, I'm gonna go nap. 今日の配信で終わりました。お疲れ様でした。そして、おつきつ、おつきつ、おつきす。まあ、バイ my skizos. See you in 3 hours on YouTube. I'm gonna nap. じゃあね。バイバイ。